The truth is, there's a lot of things in life that are weird and mysterious and aren't important to anyone but you. So it makes sense that people would respond to it in a way that maybe offends you or doesn't align with the way you think about it. But I've been trying for my whole fucking artistic career to make a character that I love and that is easy to replicate because of animation and comics, which I have my bachelor's in. So that's what my medium is set in, and I want something that's easily replicable but is meaningful. And this fucking angel bullshit is what I came to the conclusion of, and not everyone's gonna fucking like it. A lot of people ask me if I was drunk when I got it, or if it cost $10, or what the fuck does it mean. It's my fault for getting it where people can see it really easily, but I don't know. This thing is really important to me, and I felt like it was only, I don't know if this sounds neurotic, but sometimes there's things that happen where it feels necessary to follow through on it. Like this stupid fucking chair I'm building over here. I've been thinking about that for years. All I want to do is make that. So for the past 3 years, all I've been doing is thinking, I need to build a chair out of cardboard. Not so I can sit in it, not so I can use it to decorate, just to do the thing and then own the object. Of course I work with fucking normies, so no one's gonna fucking understand that. I miss art school where I was in a bubble because everyone would question you, but ultimately understood that whatever you were doing was what you were doing, and that's what you had going on, and that's fine. And now it's like, what the fuck are you doing? I have no fucking clue what you're doing, and it doesn't make any sense. And I need it to make sense to me, and that's why I'm going to keep questioning you. And when I find out that I don't like you, I'm going to fully ignore you. I've had a lot of people at work ignore me lately. Flat out. Hopefully this is like saying something. This like this thing that I draw is a series of movements to me. I'm very familiar with them. It is a formula because it's a character. But more than that, it is what I am protected by. I'm gonna read this poem I wrote at the Poetry Foundation the other day. I went with my friend. It's a really good resource for people who are into poetry. It's in Chicago and River North. So it's called Come Back to It. And there's a quote from another poem I read that day by Franz Wright. The quote is, when the dogs go down there, it looks like they've gotten into birds. And the rest of the poem is as follows. When I seek myself, I return unknown from where I started. I try and try and try, and she of course knows no better. I want to become the chair I draw, want to recognize my brother, even though I never have. Live in spite, live because of. Keep writing it down. It will transform out of my hands. I want to see it grow bigger. His hands on her body, his blood on our floors. It is expanding into the ether and no longer with me. He is gone now, as am I, as he was. I don't know what the purpose of reading that was, just that I felt really motivated to write it. In the same way that I wrote this, I drew this. It's not something I'm going to be able to talk to someone else about, besides showing them the thing and then hoping they get it. And even if they don't, this is just explaining who I am. And that's not very concrete. I don't guess people are concrete. I guess people are pretty amorphous, but it's an attempt. Let's draw one together. So you start with the wings, and it can be as crazy as you want them to be. And you start with, I usually start with the left one, and then I go towards the right. And I just sort of guess which way they're looking. This is really hard to see, I'm sorry. And then I draw their butt. And then I draw their leg and their knee. I stop right here so I can draw their arm. And then I draw this back arm, and then I draw this leg. And sometimes this one's straight and sometimes it's bent. He's a really small head, but I guess it's like perspective or whatever. I want to bury myself in a hole in the ground and then eat a bunch of dirt. Am I iron deficient or just depressed? I have to go.